Roepke.
Niebrugge.
Caleb Siemer.
James Niebrugge.
Bloemer.
You guys have been playing together since you were in third grade. Kind of talk about the emotions and kind of what's been going through your mind this whole time.
There's been some ups and downs with us, mostly ups. It's been a great ride with these five and all the other people that have played with us since we were in third grade. And I'm just gonna miss the most playing with these guys on the court.
You know, since third grade, there's been so many good memories outside of basketball that we've made too. Like, we've just spent a lot of quality time on and off the court together.
Question: since we've been playing since third grade, we have no fear with each other, or we lay it all out of the line.
We've always just kind of bonded together since third grade. We've just had close friendships and stuck with each other.
When we were going in junior high, I just felt like we had the highest expectations. Everybody knew we could, or everybody felt like we could, make it to state and win state possibly. And we got second place and then first place the next year. I feel like we lived up to those expectations that everybody had first.
In eighth grade, when you guys won it all, what were the emotions like and what you felt?
So when the final buzzer sounded, we realized that we won. It was obviously a great feeling, but since we were up so much that game, kind of the feeling of we have a chance at winning this game started at halftime. So kind of, I don't know, through this whole second half, I kind of just understood that we were on top and we were probably going to win. So
Emotions were always high winning that game. Celebrating with the crowd the first time and just bringing a state championship home for the junior high and the community was a good feeling.
James, what was it like playing, but also having your dad coach you as a father, but also as a coach?
It was definitely hard. He was always harder than me before junior high and now in high school. But it was good in ways, and it was just good that he pushed me. Now he made me the basketball player I am today.
What type of an impact did Coach Niebrugge have on you five?
I feel like his basketball IQ kind of came off. I remember we would always kind of go back and forth talking about, like, during the game, like, what we should run, what is going to come up next and stuff like that.
I think he taught us from when we were real young. He set the tone for us about the Teutopolis culture and basketball, and we just learned and grew up on that.
starting at a young age, I feel like the skills that he taught us were a step ahead of everybody else. So I feel like we were always just kind of a step above the competition.
This is kind of what Logan said. He just always was preparing us for the next step, whether it was getting to play high school basketball or just getting ready for a state tournament. He did a great job with that.
I agree. He did a good job helping us get to where we need to be today. Really, obviously Coach here had an impact in that too, but he also did a good job.
So my favorite memory from junior high would probably be in 7th grade. Our assistant coach, Coach Roepke, promised us that if we made it to the state tournament that he'd get a buzz cut. So we all let us have our chance to buzz his hair. And then he told us that if we ended up winning, that we'd all be able to shave him and make him bald, but we ended up just getting second, but it was still a fun memory.
My favorite memories probably from junior high in general was always Coach Smith and Coach Niebrugge bickering back at each other and stuff, and just messing around, giving us a laugh at practice.
James, going into freshman year, knowing that your dad wasn't going to coach you anymore, being a father and a fan, what did that mean to you?
It was a big step, and it was going to be real different, but I always knew you'd probably still have that coaching aspect in my basketball career.
As freshmen, going into sophomore, junior, and now seniors, what have you guys learned the most?
If we would just work hard and keep going, battling every day at practice, we can almost accomplish anything we want to. We went to state, and that was a pretty good accomplishment.
Like he said, it takes a lot of hard work from your freshman all the way up to your senior year in practice. That's where you're going to get most of the reps and everything, and practice is really important for everyone.
And obviously, freshman year, you're going to have a new coach, so learning his expectations and what he wants to see out of you and practice and on the court's huge. So
last year, following the super sectional and knowing you guys were getting back there, what was the feeling like?
Just knowing we got a second opportunity. Most teams usually don't get that second chance, they call. So just getting a second chance to go back out there and kind of prove ourselves, kind of prove everybody wrong that T-Town can't make it through Carbondale and stuff like that. So it was just great to prove them wrong.
I also think it gave us a lot of drive and determination to get back there and win, and it set us up good on the off season to get better and get shots up. And then during the season, of course, always don't take a rep off and have great practices every day.
And then our second time going down there, it just seemed like the first time was just kind of a, warm up. We got to see what it was like, and then, when we go down there this year, put it all together and figure out how to overcome our curse that we had down there.
What type of impact do you feel like you five have made on this community?
I feel like younger generations, younger kids, they definitely look up to us now, knowing that we went to state. They feel like it's something they can accomplish when they get to high school.
I think that we've made a huge impact on this community, how people, no matter how old they are, will always remember, since we're one of the 4 teams to place in state, I feel like they'll always remember us.
Like James said, it was like that was us when we were little, coming down to Carbondale, watching teams play and stuff. So just impacting the little kids. And
I just really enjoy seeing people that aren't even family members of us coming out and supporting us at our games, ceremony. I mean, everything. I mean, there's some people that come to every single game that the only reason they come is because they just love T-Town basketball and watching us play. So it's just cool to see a big variety of people there.
Like Logan said, the fans and everything. I mean, after every game, we had little third graders or grade schooler kids holding our fat heads up and cheering us on. And it was just great to see that.
Describe the band, Rich Niebrugge, and just the fans, everything that goes on, especially on a Friday night for you guys.
I'd say it's probably the best home court atmosphere in the state. Just Rich getting us started off with what he always says, and then when we run out, the band's playing and little kids are lined up around the court, we give them a high five, and the shoebox is wild. So it's all fun, especially if we win.
What makes playing for the shoes and putting that jersey on so special?
There's a lot of pride that goes into wearing that jersey. I mean, once that jersey goes on, it's just a symbol, symbolizes hard work, dedication. There's a lot of good characteristics. A lot of people wish that. I mean, I know we have one of the best organizations around, so it feels really good to be able to say that I played for.
James, your steal probably was the biggest steal of the season. Breaking the momentum, having it on your side, and then storming the court with the final buzzer. What'd that mean to you to finally break the curse and to have everybody there from the T-Town community?
It was just big. I mean, that steal and then that and one bucket at the end there, it brought everybody into the game even more. Brought the fans. It was great to see. And then that final steal when right before the buzzer, and then everybody storms the court. It just shows that everybody is just so invested into how we play and just wanting to see us win.
Bloemer and Roepke, the defense you guys put together, it doesn't go unnoticed. What's the story behind that?
My mind, I'm always thinking defense is a big part of the game, and it basically determines or win or loss.
Coach Reeder last year really emphasized on how there's players and there's heroes. So last year, Coach really emphasized how on a basketball team you have heroes and soldiers, and I feel like this year I definitely took on the soldier role. And a soldier, basically what makes a soldier is you do anything to pester the other team. You're gonna find your hero shots. I mean, your leading scorers would be your hero. Just anything that can help your team out, basically, but not doing so without doing too much. So I think on defense is a great time where I can show off my skills and be that hero on defense in a way.
James, stepping foot on the U of I court at state, what did that mean to you?
Just knowing that's where Big Ten basketball's played and where the big dogs play. It's just cool to know that you're playing on the court that guys that go and play in the NBA have played on, and just knowing that you get to get watched on TV. It's just cool to feel.
Taking home third place and winning your final game, finishing at 29-8, what did that mean to you?
Well, it meant a lot to us, all five of us, that winning our final game was a big factor for us. Bringing home third place is always a good thing, and to bring it home to the community is always nice.
I just kind of got the sense of the we did it feeling. We got third place. Looking back in history, there's only been 4 teams in Titapos that have actually made it there. So once, holding that trophy high in there, we just really realized like we're one of few to do this. It just really good feeling.
Winning third place, that's nothing to be ashamed of, and especially being our last game, we wanted to go out with a bang.
Finishing in third place, it's great to know we ended on a win, and then afterwards, going and taking off your jersey is a big part of it. You're taking that jersey off for the last time, and we ended on a win. It's just a great feeling.
It was great to end on a win, especially in our last season. We don't get to play together anymore, so knowing that we went out with a win is pretty good.
To have the support when the parade and ceremony went on, to have so many fans packing the streets, and for the ceremony to have so many people in the gym here.
Well, that's how T-Town always is. They always pack the gym and always support us every year. And it's nice to see them come out on the streets, like even on that cold day, and still cheer us on was really a good feeling.
Brendan, being awarded Athlete of the Week on WAND last Friday night, what did that mean to you?
It felt good to get recognized, but I think the more important thing was getting that win in Carbondale. I think that's the whole reason why I got it, was because it helped us to get a win, and so that was the more important thing.
Caleb, what did it mean to you receiving the second team All-State honors and going out as a senior? That's got to mean something.
Oh, it's always a great feeling knowing that the state's recognizing me as a player, but I couldn't do it without these 5 and all the other teammates we had. They made my game they improved my game every time I went out on court with them.
What will you 5 remember the most playing together?
I'd say even in tight, close games, we would still find a way to laugh on the court and have fun together, and still find a way to win most of those games too. So that was always be a memory.
And then in junior high and then on to high school, I feel like our team, us seniors, had a lot of trust in each other. Like there was never any me ball. It was just, I don't know, you get one of your teammates a bucket.
Like Brendan said, the laughs on the court, even some arguments on the court will be memorable, but just having the laughs and having friends out there and best friends and stuff will be always memorable.
And then when we were little, we started off young and then played in that Robinson tournament, and it was always those were always good memories, and I'll never forget those.
I'm sure one of our biggest memories would be going to Champaign, playing together on the U of I court, and taking home third place.
What has Coach Reeder meant to all of you?
I feel like he always makes it a point to push all of his players, especially in the summer. He always pushed me to get more and more shots up during the summer, and then during practice, he always finds a way to push you more, whether it's getting on the bike or running after you lose a drill or something like that.
Kind of like what B said, but afterwards, he's always making sure you guys are always on good terms in the end. He's done a tremendous job of coaching us and making sure we are the best we can be.
He's been a true role model for me, just knowing that he always had our back and everything, and it's nice to know someone was always going to trust us and believe in us. These last 4 years, it's a good feeling.
Even kind of what Caleb said, he's been a good role model, and even out of basketball, he's cared for us. Him and his family, they welcome us into their home, and he'll always care for us. I do know that.
I'm going to add on to Caleb too. Caleb talked about belief, and he definitely always believed in our team, believed in our skills. He knew our personal skill sets, and he always knew what to do to make us a better player with the skill set that we have. I'd say my biggest influences would be my parents. They had a lot going on in their lives, and they still found time to offer to practice with me, make sure I was getting in the gym when I needed to. Just always worried about me whenever they have all this other stuff on their plate. Like even after work, they could be, stressed out from work, and they'd still be asking me how my day was, how did I do at practice, what did we do. what do I expect for the next game? Just always thinking about how I'm doing on the court and stuff.
I'd say my parents, and I'd say my sisters too. They've always supported me, and while they support me, they always push me. They're hard on me, so it turns me into who I am today.
I'd say my parents also. They introduced me to basketball, and it's been amazing since.
My parents too, but mostly my dad because of the basketball part of this, and he's always pushed me to be a better basketball player.
Also, my parents, because they brought me into this world, and they've pushed me ever since I started playing basketball.
And I want to add to mine. I want to bring up my little brother too, because he's always looked up to me a lot. And he always, I'll be laying around in my room trying to be lazy, and he'll come in there and try to challenge me to 1v1 or something in the court. So he was always keeping me on the top of my game.
Embracing what it means to be role models for the young shoes, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means we gotta make sure what we're doing on the community is right, and making sure what they see is good. So then when they get older, they're making sure they're doing the right things and growing up and achieving goals that we've achieved.
Any of the funniest moments from third grade to now you guys remember that was the most memorable and you just could not stop laughing?
Well, let's give credit to Caleb Bloemer. He always is getting crazy on the court, diving after balls that don't even need to be dived on, and just getting after it everywhere and diving everywhere.
I'd say in Champaign after third place game, going back to the hotel and just being in the room and these two, just pretty funny.
What is the next chapter? What's the next step in your career?
So the next chapter for me is I'll be heading to Ren Lake to play baseball, and it's just a really good feeling because I can't see myself getting away from sports yet, so I get to continue for at least 2 more years.
Next step is most likely head to Lakeland, and then transfer over to Edmondsville.
I'm still undecided yet. I'll probably go to a junior college for sure for my education and possibly still continuing my athletic career.
Next year, I'm hoping to hopefully play some basketball. If I do not, probably go to Lakeland and do my education there.
My next step in life is going to be going to Georgia for lineman school, starting learning about that and get out in the world and work.
First off, I want to thank my family, obviously. I want to thank my coaches, the managers for sticking it out, cheerleaders, the people that do everything behind the scenes. And then I want to thank media for taking such good videos and pictures that we'll cherish forever.
I want to thank my parents, sisters, coaches, all the coaches I've had in the past, the whole community, just the support from everybody. And thank you, T-Rep.
Like Brandon said, I want to thank my whole family, all the coaches that I've been with and helped me get to the player I am today, and all the media, UT-Rep, Alex Warner, Steve Raymond, all the newspaper people, and all the people that do all the behind-the-scenes stuff that no one sees.
I'd like to thank my parents, my family, coaches, all the coaches I've had, Susie for keeping me on the court, Tyler, you. At work, they've actually provided a lot for me. West Retired Auto, they've done a lot for me.
Also want to thank my family, not just my immediate family, but my big family in general, how much they've supported me over the years. I want to thank coaches, cheerleaders, athletic trainer, athletic director, UT Rep, getting such great videos, and all the other media.